recently told you about a local entrepreneur trying to raise money online for a new bike line for his company. He wants to add Made in America specialty bike to the types that he's already building.
Well, today he gives us a look at how he puts one of his bikes together. Photographer John Schmidt shows us in tonight's News 8 eyepiece.
Start with the wheels. Right now I am truing the wheel. First I am loosening the tension on these spokes. By having your spokes tensioned properly, the wheel is much stronger as well. I want it to be perfect every time, so it usually takes me about a half an hour out of the whole bike build, so it's a significant portion of the build. Right now I'm just going around the tire, letting it sit in that bead. Once the rims are both trued, it's time to start on the frame. And one of the first processes we do is we make sure all the sand is out of the frame. The next step in the process is to actually start assembling the frame. We have to put the headset onto the frame itself, install the fork, install the handlebars, install the brake levers, and after that we install the grips. This is a little trick to get the grips on the handlebars is using an air hose. Usually the next step is putting the bottom bracket on. And then from this point we install the brakes. We start with the rear brake, and then we'll also install the front brake. After the handlebars are installed, we install the brake cables. We move on to installing the rear wheel. The next step is actually installing the chain onto the bike itself. Install the front wheel, make sure it's centered in the fork, and you can tighten down those axle nuts, turning a little bit on each side. One of the final steps in the whole process is installing the decals on the bike. As well, just the seat, so we have the proper angle on there. And one of the last steps in the process is the pedals. Once the bike is assembled, we'll actually either put it in our showroom if it hasn't been sold, but if it has been sold, we will actually wrap it up with foam, we'll box it up, and we'll ship it out to the customer.
Well, Wyatt makes a handful of custom bikes.
If you would like to check out their bikes, head to wyattbikes.com.